Hi, everybody. I'm wide awake, so I figured we'll go on and chat for a little while. Hi, Ben. Hey, John. How's it going? Rose Garden. Yeah, I'm wide awake. I got way too much sleep this week. Plus, since I got out, I've been eating all kinds of sugary junk food and drinking good coffee, so I'm all wound up and can't sleep. So going live for a while is a good idea. How's everybody doing? Yeah, Aaron, I didn't think I was going to be able to get out. Kim Kim got a loan um, to be able to bond me out. Not only did she have to pay the 8% to the bondsman from the $10,000 bond that they put on me, but they snuck me into court on Thursday. They didn't uh, they didn't schedule it. They didn't say anything about it. I had no idea. They snuck me into court because they didn't want anybody showing up in the parking lot again, like the last court date. So they took me in Thursday morning, and the judge set a second bond on me for $750 cash. So we had to pay the bondsman $800, 8% of the 10,000, and then we had to post a $750 cash bond also. So Kim went to the bank and got a $2,000 loan to be able to bond me out, and we're not sure how long it's going to last. They're chomping at the bit and trying to get me put back in. The second bond was for a supposed probation violation. Anybody in Indiana that needs a bondsman, though, write down that number. She's an excellent person. Yeah, Aaron, I know. What I'm worried about is I'm trying to get I'm hoping I can get a jury trial. Then I might have a chance because most of the people around here know that these cops are corrupt and useless and just bad. If I end up with a judge trial, which is what they're telling me now I'm entitled to, because of the charges, they're saying that I may not be able to have a jury trial, and if it's just the judge, I'm screwed. That judge will lock me back up in a heartbeat. Ooh, remind me to stay away from St. Joseph County. If they don't allow bondsmen, definitely don't want to be around there. I know Rose Garden. They set me up, and I kind of knew it was coming, but I couldn't let them scare me off. Um, I was hoping it wouldn't go bad, but it did. But yeah, between the threatening me with jail, the safety officer behind the glass, the first time I was there, he told me that he's gonna get me put in jail. And then 5 minutes later, after we left the police station, having me pulled over, claiming there was a domestic violence issue in the car. That should have given me the alarm bells right there. But then the next morning, we walked outside and the sidewalk chalk package was sitting on my front porch. So I started making some calls and asking, and I talked to Sergeant Neese, which is actually the mayor's son. And I even had him come to my house so I could ask him. He said he didn't know, he'd have to look into ordinances and whatnot, and told me to come see him later, and he would have that information for me. And when I went down there, they gave me a bunch of bullshit, and I yelled at them a little bit, and they arrested me. Thank you, Nuckin. And again, I want to tell all you guys, thank you very much for supporting Kim. Not only helping her out with donations for phone calls and whatnot, so we could stay in touch, but just giving her all the moral support that you guys gave her. That kept us going. I know, Rose Garden. You should see and I haven't actually seen the police report yet, but I've been told what it says, and of course I know what the video shows, and from what I've been read of the police report, it's flat out fabrications and lies. It's totally bogus, and we got the video to prove it. But from what I've been told, and like I said, I haven't been able to look at it yet, but the police report that they wrote out doesn't match the video at all. Yeah, Aaron, I'm trying. I'm actually thinking about trying to get it moved, because the city judge here, he's got it out for me. He wants me locked up bad, and he makes no, he doesn't make it any secret at all. So I'm gonna try to see if I can figure out something to, say they're biased against me or something to maybe have a change of venue, but I don't know if that'll work. Thank you, Tay. Have a good night. Hey, Second Son, how are you? And Second Son, thank you. Thank you for all you did, helping Kim and talking to her and keeping her strong. I really appreciate that. I could not have done it without you guys. If it wasn't for you guys, I would have made any deal they wanted to make and just kiss their butt so I could get out of there and take care of Kim. But knowing you guys had her back gave me the strength that I needed to be able to fight with them about this. Thank you, New Mexico. I'm glad to be able to talk to you guys again. Yeah, there's a few things that I'm working on trying to figure out how to do. Basically, putting all the videos together and getting all the documents to support them, such as the supposed report made to the police officers that stopped us for the domestic violence. I want to find out who that came from and how it came in. There's a lot of other things that we're trying to find out that I really can't talk too much about, but there's a lot of information that we're trying to get a hold of, basically to be able to show that, you know, it was a conspiracy the whole time. They're appointing me a court pretender, a court-appointed pretender, and I'm supposed to go. My first court date is well, let's see. I have one on the 30th, but that one's for a bond reduction, so that doesn't matter now because I've already bonded out. But I will appear for that, and just to make sure that they don't play any games. And then on the 8th, I have to be at city court, and I believe that is to have the court-appointed attorney appointed or speak with him. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what the one on the 8th is for. The actual trial for the new charge, I believe, is scheduled for May 8th. And then there's another court appearance or two in between there for other things. I'm still trying to sort through the paperwork and figure it all out. I just got out this afternoon, late this morning, and just been kind of enjoying the day and eating a whole bunch and trying to relax and stuff. And with it being the weekend, there's not a whole lot I can do right now. And with Monday being a holiday, I'll pretty much have that off. But then starting bright and early Tuesday morning, I'll be spending a lot of time on the phone trying to find out exactly what's going on. Hey, Pugface, thanks for joining. Boy, you drive a lot, Pugface. You're always on the road. Hi, Mary. Second son, a special appearance where? What kind of special appearance? I'm not sure what that means. I'll give you a call and talk to you on a private line, and we can go through that, because I can pretty much guarantee some of our favorite officers are in this stream with us, trying to figure out what they can figure out. Oh, okay. Okay, second son. Yeah, my first one is on the 30th. And like I said, that I believe is for the bond reduction. And then my first actual court date is going to be on May 8th. Yeah, I caught a lot of grief at the jail while I was there, because the day that they took me to court, and it's kind of blurry which day it actually was, but some of our people were out in the parking lot. There was there was one dressed in a pig costume, and several others videotaping, and the jail staff was very upset about that. They actually locked down the courtroom. Oh, excuse me. They locked spectators inside the building and wouldn't let them leave. They made Kim stay inside the entryway for like 15 or 20 minutes. They wouldn't let anybody leave while they were dealing with the pig in the parking lot. Yeah, they were very unhappy about that, and that's why they set up the Thursday, the court appearance I had on Thursday. That's why that was not announced, or I was never told a schedule about that or anything, is because they didn't want any more visitors showing up. Trying to look at the chat here. I don't know what's going on with my phone, but it gives me issues with the chat. Oh, I got a care package when I got out. One of our supporters. I don't know if that person wants their name known, but one of our supporters sent me a package. It's a handheld camera and the equipment and plugs and stuff to go with it. So that is awesome. Now I have a backup camera rather than just having my cell phone. And they broke the case on my cell phone when they grabbed it out of my hand when they arrested me. It was kind of funny because even before they touched me at all, he came up beside and behind me and literally just grabbed the camera out of my hand. Trying to get rid of that before they touched me at all. They were more worried about the camera than they were me. Of course, as soon as he got the camera out of my hand, then they started yanking my arm up behind my back. One of them had a handcuff on one hand, holding it down, and the other one was twisting my other arm up between my shoulder blades, saying, cooperate, or something like that. And I'm like, I'm just standing here, guys. You guys are fighting against each other. What do you? Oh, you mean who sent the camera? Constitutional. Yeah, it's a present from a friend named Constitutional. Yeah, I know Colorado, and I guarantee there's one or two or three or more of them in here right now, and I could probably just about name them. But that's why after we're done chatting, and this was really not going to be about any major information or anything. But after we're done having some fun and chatting and stuff, I will not be leaving this video posted. I'll either set it to private or I'll just delete it altogether. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, Aaron, I agree, but the bad goes so deep in this town. I mean, unless you're, it's hard to prove anything. They've got it so tied up. I mean, yes, Boomer, I agree, but I mean it's pretty ridiculous. Some of the information I've received lately, and some of the things I found out, it's pretty amazing. It's gonna make some waves when that stuff starts coming out, and a lot of it has nothing to do with my personal stuff. A lot of it is other things that are going on that I've found out about. So It's going to be interesting. Did they say anything to you, Nuckin? Did they tell you had to leave or? Because they shouldn't be able to really say anything to you out on the on the sidewalk. That figures. Yeah, they always want to throw their authority around. Move 10 feet over this way. I don't like you there. You got to go right over there. And it's like you're just doing that just so you can pretend like you're in charge and give orders. It's some of the stuff they do is just petty control stuff. Me too, New Mexico. I'm going to plead the fifth on that one, Boomer. Did they leave you alone after that, Nuckin? Or did they stand there watching you the whole time trying to intimidate you? Or did they go away? Yes, yes, Clash. We do have some plans. Um, a lot of the stuff that we're going to be working on is going to be done from my kitchen table over the phone. Um, we are working on getting some care packages and stuff together and have them taken over there to some of those areas. But we're just trying to stay stay inside and away from them because they're definitely out to get me. But yeah, we are still working on some plans to make sure that the group of homeless that are out there have some of the necessities as much as we can possibly do anyway. Um, Making sure they've got something to eat and a little bit of heat and whatnot. There's a couple of them over there that um, are just in thin tents. So I've got some tarps and rope, and we're kind of planning on reinforcing some of their tents a little bit. Um, putting a tarp or two over it. I mean, it's not like it's gonna make a ton of difference, but we're hoping it'll help keep a little bit of more heat in for them. The other thing I was thinking is seeing what we can get in like old newspapers, donation newspapers from out of date ones and stuff, and see if maybe we can make some sort of insulation out of it to put like between the tarp and the tent itself, kind of stuff it with newspaper to make like an air barrier. I'm not sure how well it will work, but it's just something that we're trying to figure out. Hey Jen, good to see ya. Oh, that's awesome, Nuckin. Um, I want a picture of that as soon as you get it done. I want to see that. That sounds awesome. Yeah, but again, I can't thank you guys enough for all the moral support and financial support that you helped Kim with. If it wasn't for you guys, we would have fallen apart within days. But um, all the all the backup you guys gave Kim allowed us to be able to make it through this relatively unscathed. It was awesome. Oh, cool, Nuckin. Why didn't I get notification? Oh, you know what? um, if you didn't put the video up today, my phone's been shut down, so and Kim's been, deleting the notifications and stuff that came in because they were just piling up on there. So I'm gonna have to go back through and find all the stuff from the last couple of weeks and do some catch up. I missed a whole lot. Sorry guys, I'm reading the chat. How's your wife doing, Rode? When we were talking before I went to jail, she was if I remember correctly, she was sick, or maybe you were both sick. I remember something was going on. Yeah, me too, Rose. That place it's horrible. Hey, did you guys know the jail over there? They do not allow inmates to receive mail. You cannot get a letter unless it's from a lawyer. You cannot get a personal letter in that jail. They will not give you personal mail. Hey, Bama, good to see ya. Yeah, I thought that was. I didn't think that was legal or appropriate that they refused to give you your mail, but apparently, yeah, they refuse to give anybody mail over there. Yeah, call over there, Rose Garden, and double check on that for me. I didn't, know I don't know for a fact that anybody tried to send me anything, but just talking to people in the jail, the only mail that would come in is letters, unopened letters from attorneys, and they would make them open it in front of them, read it, and then give it back to them, and then they would take it out of the pods. They wouldn't even allow them to keep it. But no personal mail was allowed whatsoever. Oh, Rose Garden, yeah, there's a lot of different, and I've got to talk to some more knowledgeable people and find out how I go about doing the things that I'm thinking of. But I found out a lot of stuff that are relatively serious issues going on in there. For one, and I don't know the exact statistics yet, but I'm working on trying to figure out how I can get those statistics. But there are a lot of people that are being injured just getting in and out of the bunks, because the bunks they're too high, and on me the top bunk is right around chin level, so you have to step on the bottom bunk and jump up. And then when you're trying to get down, you basically have to slide the back of your legs across it and try to reach your foot back to step on it. They have no steps or any kind of anything to be able to help you in or out of the bunks. You basically have to jump up in and dive out, or do some contortionist stuff to try to get out of them. And just while I was there, I know of 4 people that ended up going to be treated at medical because of injuries getting in and out of the bunks. I thought of that, Carolina. But the other thing I was thinking is because it's a jail, will they actually give me that kind of information? I don't know. And who would I file that with? Would I file it with the sheriff's department, or would I go through the court, or would I go through the jail administrations themselves? That's some of the stuff I'm trying to figure out how to proceed with. And there's a lot of other things similar to that that are need to be looked into also, in my opinion. Jail administrator? Okay. Oh my. What were what what caused the deaths, Bama? Yeah, and I'm not looking for names. I'm just looking for statistics. Um, the types of injuries, how they were received, the severity of them, the frequency, how they're treated for those injuries, that type of thing. Okay, Chuck. Yeah, we've been waiting for you. Yeah, suicide. Uh huh. Yes, I am road. I'm 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 not going out and playing in person anymore, but I am going to be making some phone calls and uh, basically armchair auditing from my kitchen table. Just trying to, come up with information, and I'm not going to get real confrontational with them. I'm not going to confront them in person at all, but I want to make some phone calls and try to do some research and just see what kind of information I can come up with. Um, and the other thing, that jail, from what I understand, was in the vicinity of $100 million to build. It is only 10 years old, and from what I'm gathering, they were in such a hurry to put it into use that they cut some corners. Walking through that jail, you can actually see places in the jail where the walls come together, or the floor and the wall come together, where they're actually separating or tilting apart, and they've actually used metal brackets to bolt the two concrete sections together. And I'm curious to find out, some basically some numbers and time frames and stuff on how certain sections were built. Um, there's certain pods in there that they didn't even put tables in. Um, as of yet, they didn't put tables in, so the people that are housed in those pods end up having to sit on their bunks to eat or sit on the floor. Um, there's there's a lot of stuff like that that I saw. I'm probably talking too much about what I'm. Yeah. So, but there's a lot of stuff like that that I'm curious to find out what's going on and why things are like they are. This is the first time I was in jail when I was in my 20s for a couple of weeks for being behind on my child support. And I've done a couple of overnights here and there, but this 2 week stretch is pretty much the longest stretch I've ever done in jail. Yep, that's my plan, Rose Garden. Is I'm gonna be sitting at home and making a list and calling around to people, seeing what I can find out over the phone, because I'm in such hot water right now that I gotta kind of uh, stay back away from them a little bit, just to keep them from tying me up with something else. Absolutely, second son, and that's what I've been saying the whole time. If it wasn't for you guys, um, it'd have been horrible. Um, I mean, just the support that you guys gave Kim alone helped me get through. Um, if it wasn't for you guys, her being able to talk to you guys and you guys helping her with stuff, I'd have lost it. I'd have completely lost it if she would have been out here by herself. Okay. Yeah, I'll have them. I don't want to go places to pick them up, so I wonder if I can have them mail me that type of stuff. Roadhog. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna grab a cigarette. Ouch. Okay, I'm back. I understand. And my thought with that, Carolina, is the people that have that perspective, which is completely understandable. But the way I'm thinking to kind of possibly get those people on board is we spent $100 million building this place. Why is it a piece of junk and falling apart and not have any quality to it? So I'm hoping that motivation can pique people's interest and get them curious as to why spending that much money on it, they couldn't put a couple of steps on a bunk to get into. Why is the wall falling down? Our taxes paid $100 million plus or minus a little bit to construct this place. Why is it falling apart? Why is there things that should be done that aren't? So I'm hoping the financial aspect of it will get people interested in finding out what's going on. I'm reading the chat, guys. I fell behind a little bit. Yeah, and that's the kind of stuff that I'm hoping to get your guys' help with. When I call around, I'm gonna be recording a lot of the phone calls and writing down notes and such. And then when I get information, if I get two or three different types or two or three different um, things on the same question, then I can bring it to you guys and we can go through it and try to analyze it and figure out what's what. And I have checked, and Indiana is a one-party state. So as long as one person is aware that there is a recording going on, it's completely legal. However, I am going to be notifying whoever I talk to that I am recording, just to be on the safe side. Yep, Rose Garden. I'm going to start, like I said, this is the weekend, and then Monday is a holiday. So Tuesday morning, um, I'm going to start making some calls, and I'm getting a list together of places and questions that I'll be calling and talking to, and I'm going to put a list together of places and questions I'd like Kim to try to contact and see what she can find out while I'm at work. So we're going to kind of try to get them from 2 points, but we're going to do it from the safety of our kitchen instead of walking into the police station or the courthouse or whatnot. Because I really don't want to go face to face with any of these guys for a while until things are a little bit more straightened out than what they are now. Oh, absolutely, Rose Garden. I'm trying to figure out, once I can prove um, what they did, and to me, it's pretty obvious. I mean, just watching my videos and reading the reports and the statement, seeing the statements they made, it's pretty obvious to me what they did, and absolutely, that is my intention, is to file several different types of suits that probably shouldn't go into specifics, but yes, absolutely, Rose Garden. There's a couple different avenues that I want to go down with that for specific actions that they took and the way they took them, entrapment, a couple different things like that. Yes. Uh, yeah, Carolina is there, Joshua. Carolina is just above you. The comment just above you. There's Rose Garden. Then there's Carolina in Fort Worth says test, and then there's Joshua Haynes saying don't see you, Carolina. And then Roadhog says Carolina. Oh, did I block somebody? Did I block somebody? I've been scrolling with my phone. I didn't think I did, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm basically, I've been this whole time I've been calling myself cannon fodder. Basically, well, I took some pretty damaging hits recently, so I'm gonna be on the sidelines trying to gather some information to distribute to people that are gonna go a little more hands on. Um, Hopefully, I can be a little bit of a help that way. What are my thoughts on Indy and Noman? Indy is an awesome person. I don't know all the exact details about what happened yet. I haven't I haven't gone through a lot of the videos. I've talked to him a little bit and stuff and got a little bit of information. I definitely want to follow up on that and get more information. But I mean, they were both of them were right there backing me up. I mean, they both came to the jail and um, backed me up, whether it was for their, if it was for their own gain and own views, it is what it is. But I consider them both. I consider them both very devoted auditors, and I consider them both very, very committed to what they're doing. Carolina, I think he meant Nomen. Nomen Nesio. Yeah, Nomen. Oop, I missed you, Pugs, but I see people saying hi. Hello, Pugs. Are you still driving? Ah, ooh, Starbucks. Oh, I had my first real cup of coffee in a couple of weeks today. That was awesome. I've been drinking some of that instant uh, tap water warm stuff. Ugh, it's just not the same. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with them. I know from talking to Noman, he said that uh, the jail here trespassed him from the property. They told him he was trespassed and he had to leave and couldn't come back. But they never ID'd him. They never actually saw him because he was in his qualified immunity suit. So it was just basically an empty threat, so to speak. But yeah, I thought that was funny. Oh, it's what is it? I think it's Maxwell. I think she gets Maxwell House. Actually, I don't know. I think we switch coffees on and off depending on what's on sale or what we have coupons for. I don't think we're really committed to any specific coffee, but um, real coffee that comes out of a coffee pot is a big change for me today. Yeah, and that's the other thing. I know Kim was telling me, giving me a list of a lot of people that were doing videos um, to help and stuff, and I want to tomorrow. I'm going to be going through and finding all those, and I want to watch all those and make sure I thank everybody that that was helping me, and especially, and I can't say it enough, but. The people that had Kim's back, between moral support and donations to allow her to keep taking my phone calls and stuff, you guys saved the day. I mean, you saved the day 100%. Um, Pugface, no, we don't. We had one of those things that takes the K cups for a while, but after a couple weeks or a couple months, it started not working very well because I don't drink one cup of coffee. I'm like a pot of coffee to get me going. So, and that only does like one cup at a time. So I think we just overused it, and it just got too expensive. It was given to us for Christmas, um, not this most recent Christmas, but the Christmas before. So we got a bunch of the K cups with it, and we just we made so many with it, and it just slowed down and wasn't working very well. And then when it got to where we were running out of the cups and I had to start looking at buying them, the price just the price wasn't worth it to me for the amount of coffee that we drink. Oh, that is awesome. I I give I give Canada all kinds of respect. It's still, and it's weird, but it still amazes me that there's so many people all over, and it's not just people, neighbors that live around here that have to deal with it. It's just that there's so many people all over the country that are willing to step up and support something that really doesn't affect them in the least, other than um, the fact that it's happening and it's not right. There's so many people. It just amazes me that there's so many people that say, "Hey, I may live 1,000 miles away from there, but what's happening is not right, and I want to get involved in one way or another to see if I can help." And that just it just shocks me still. Um, it's just, it's awesome. Exactly, Rose Garden. And that's not something, that's not something I'm used to. I've only been doing this for a short period of time, and it just, it still surprises me that, there's so many people from so far away that are willing to use their time, their energy, their money, um, to say, hey, this doesn't affect me, but it makes me mad, and I want to get involved and try to help correct it. It makes me believe in humanity again. Yes, exactly, Rose Garden. Other countries, Canada, um, uh, Mexico. I can't think of some of the other ones off the top of my head, but yeah, it's uh, it's it's inspiring. It's very inspiring. Uh, what Kim are you saying bye to, Pugface? I didn't see a Kim. Oh yeah, yep. And exactly. I mean, and the money. I mean, the money was awesome. It allowed us to stay on the phone and keep in communication with each other. But even more than that, just the moral support and the people that would sit down and talk with her and help explain things and settle her nerves and give her hope. That was amazing. You know that was just amazing. Oh, and like I said, and I'm showing it right now. That card in front of the camera there. I took my 2 cents out and put that in there. Anybody in the Indiana area that needs a good bonds person, that's her right there. She is awesome, and she's cheaper than most. She goes 8% versus a lot of them doing 10%. Oh, is Miss Mac in here? I didn't see her. Oh, there you are, Miss Mac. Hello. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. We're just uh, we're just chatting. I'm all wired up on too much sleep for 2 weeks and caffeine and sugar and all kinds of stuff and couldn't sleep. So I figured I'd come on and talk to you guys for a while. It is pug face, but and as weird as it sounds, um, it actually gave me a lot of, it gave me time to, talk to people and find out a lot of things that are somewhat unacceptable. And I think as a community, once we can start addressing some of that stuff, um, I think it could uh, help the situation not only for the inmates, but also, for the taxpayers that are paying all this money to maintain this place, and they're getting, in my estimation, shortchanged. Where did all this money go that they couldn't weld a couple of steps, a couple of metal bars on to make it safer for people to climb in and out of bunks? Where there's also another. Well, I don't know if I can talk much about this, but somehow or another, the Department of Corrections is involved um, with housing people there, and there's something a little shady going on with the outdoor recreation area that's required. Apparently, a concrete room with a couple of windows is classifying as an outdoor recreation area to allow Department of Corrections to house people there. But the other thing I found out, I thought, okay, county jail, that's a year or less, right? If you're doing a year or less, you're in county jail. If you're doing more than a year, you're going to a state prison. That's not the case. There's people in that jail that are sentenced to 3 and 4 years worth of time that are spending 3 or 4 years in that jail. Yes, Miss Mac. When I went, I was still trying to find out how your situation with the bus turned out. That was still in the works, I believe, when I lost communication. I haven't heard the end or the status of that yet. Uh-oh. Rabbit's going crazy. What's the matter, Jack? Oh, got an itchy ear. I hope not, Mouse Hunter. I don't know. Kim said she's got a lot of numbers and contacts while I was in. A lot of people got her their numbers and stuff so they could stay in contact. But I'm not 100% sure on all of them she has at this point. Okay, okay, Miss Mac. And I don't know how many of you joined recently, but while I was in there, one of my viewers was concerned that I only had my cell phone that I work with, so she sent me a handheld backup camera so that I have a secondary video when I'm out or when I'm doing anything, and that's awesome. That's the other thing that I gotta get after the jail about why I was in there. I got an infected tooth, and I went to the nurses. Um, they charged $15 for the nurse visit, and she saw that it was infected, so she told me I have to take antibiotics for 10 days, and she gave me some ibuprofen. Well, I took the antibiotics for 2 days, and they ran out. They had no more antibiotics. They had to order them or whatever. So I went with the infection for the rest of the time I was there. Um, but the shitty part about it, the shittier part about it, is when I was leaving, when I was signing out, they actually charged me $45 for medical visit and medication. And I told the guy, I said, I didn't see the nurse the second time. I saw her once, and I didn't get the medication because they didn't have any supply. And his response was, that doesn't matter to me. I got to take the money anyway. So I spent $45 for one uh, short medical visit with the nurse and two antibiotic pills, and that cost me $45. Oof. Ouch. Yeah, I'm curious to find the statistics um, of how many people are injured by just by the bunks, the way the beds are set up in there, jumping in and out of them. I'm curious to see what the casualty rate is on that, because I know I was on a top bunk and I got some owies jumping in and out of there. You land just wrong because you're wearing those stupid little slippers that don't stay on very well. So you're trying to climb out of there and you slip, your foot slips off or something. And I mean, I bumped and got bumps and bruises and stuff. So I'm curious to see what kind of like severe injuries or the number of injuries that happened just because they didn't bother welding a couple of steel bars on there. And why are there people sitting on the floor to eat? Why didn't they just put the picnic tables in like they did the rest of them? And just a lot of different stuff like that. That I don't know. You'd think $100 million plus, they could have done a little bit better job. Okay. Yeah, that's going to take me a little while because I want to, be able to sit down and go through it all in my head and, jot down little notes and stuff and then go back through and get a little bit more specific with the stuff and that type of thing. So it's going to take me a little while to get all that organized. Um, yeah, Miss Mac, I was shocked when they made me pay the $45 um, for uh, two nurses visits, $15 a piece, which I never saw the nurse the second time. I was leaving the jail, so I never saw her the second time. And the first $15 visit, she prescribed the antibiotics, and I literally got, I got 2 days. I got 4 antibiotic pills, and I was supposed to be on 2 a day for 10 days. And that was, I don't remember the exact price on that, but well, let's see, 30, so it was $15 for the pills. And, I never got them, but they still insisted on billing me for them. What's uh what's Amazing Grass? I'm not sure what, I mean, you're talking about just grass in the yard, or is that a specific type? Rose garden, I'm hoping, in more than financial gain, I'm hoping, and that goes with the police and the courts and the jails. More than making a financial gain, I'm more interested in improving the situation, whether it be to improve it so there's less hardship for the people going through it, or whether it be improving it so it costs less to maintain a higher quality. But as far as actually myself making a financial gain, that's not what I'm in this for. I'm more in this for the corrective value, than I am the financial part of it. And that is true, Rose. A lot of times they just won't do anything unless it's coming out of their pocket. But on the other side of that, I sue them and get a big check out of it. That's actually coming out of our pocket. It's not doing a damn thing to them. The money comes from us, the taxpayers. So it doesn't really, you know, it might make it so they have a little bit uh, smaller ham for their Christmas parties or something. But I would rather uh, get the situations improved to where they cost the taxpayers less money for a little bit better quality than I would, take a whole bunch of money from them, and then the tax and the cost goes up and still the improvements don't happen. I don't know if that makes any sense or not, the way I said it, but Google amazing grass, order online. Uh, Place to heal by, hold on. Is that Place to heal by Marie? Let me grab a pen. I want to write that down. I'll be right back. Okie dokie. Uh, Mouse Hunter, the thing is there, um, in certain circumstances, yes. But the thing is, Mouse Hunter, um, I didn't commit crimes, is the thing. Um, I understand. I don't know if there's a civil case here or not. And like I said, I'm not necessarily looking for financial gain. I'm looking for improvements to be made, not only to have a little bit better treatment for the people that are going through the system, but also to make it more financially acceptable for the people that are paying for it. Um, but that's the thing. I did not commit crimes, um, to have to go through this system. I'm going through this system in these criminal cases because the people that run the system didn't like what I was doing, pointing out that they're violating the rules, they're violating the laws, they can't explain why they're doing things, so their easiest solution is to find a way to penalize me for calling them out on their bad behavior. Of course, everybody's got a different opinion. I mean, other people will say, "Oh, he's an asshole. He broke the law. He deserves it." Blah blah blah. But that's not the way I view it. Like I said, everybody will have different opinions. But in my opinion, I did not I didn't break any laws. I'm just suffering the consequences because the powers that be uh, can't shut me up uh, about pointing out their faults and their flaws. And second son, yeah, I do understand what you're saying. Um, um, and actually, if it came down to that, and there's money that comes out in the end, it would actually come in handy to help improve uh, what we do as a community. Um, I mean, I got a house. I'm somewhat comfortable. I do some work. I don't know. I wouldn't mind having a boat though. A boat would be nice to go out and roll around the river and do some fishing. But other than that, um, yeah, they took my freedom. I mean, yes, Rose Garden, they took my freedom away from me, and I put a very high price on that. But I don't know how I feel about um, taking money from the taxpayers that did nothing wrong, while the people that did do wrong, just get away with no consequences. I'm just not sure how I feel about that. Not sure what you're talking about, Mouse Hunter. Hey, Odin. Good to see you. How you doing? Oh, yeah. You know what? I didn't think about that, Rose Garden, but you're right. That's insurance. That's not necessary. Yeah, I didn't think about that, but yeah, that is a good point. That comes out of their insurance, not taxes. Yeah, I didn't think about that. It's something that's I'm definitely going to be checking into and thinking about, but that's a ways down the road. I got some other stuff I've got to prove that I did nothing wrong first. That's the big part right now, because right now their plan is to take a shitload of money and probably more of my freedom from me. So that's the priority right now is throwing them in front of the bus and proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that I didn't do anything wrong. Yep, that's right, Rose Garden. Mouse Hunter, just to give you a little heads up, I mean, I'm all about free speech and stuff, but don't start with Roadhog. He's a very close friend of mine. He's been uh, a very good friend and stood behind me 100% and done a lot for me. So let's not do that here because I'm not going to allow that, and I don't want to. I don't want to have to go down that road. So let's not do that, okay? Roadhog has every bit of respect that I can dig up. He's always been uh, very dependable for me, and I won't allow the slighting people like that. So please don't do that, okay? I can't see the name there, but basically, the way I look at it is it is all about free speech. We can have a conversation and disagree, agree, argue, whatever. But this is basically an extension of my house. And the way I look at it is how many of you would allow somebody to sit in your living room and disrespect your friends or people you're close with, and just allow it to continue? I don't think that too many of you would allow that. That's all I'm saying. I mean, just please be respectful, and that's all I'm saying. Free speech, absolutely. Talk, disagree, work things out, don't work things out, but um, just try to use a little bit of respect is all I ask. Yeah, the point is everybody get along. That's the point. We're all supposed to be on the same side, fighting for the same thing, and everybody has different opinions, different ideas, different ways of approaching things, and that's all great. That's what helps us be as all encompassing as we are, instead of everybody being on the exact same page with the exact same rule book. But all I'm asking is that people be respectful. That's it. Yeah, right, Nuckin? Yeah, see, that wouldn't work out very well, Mouse Hunter, because we live in two different states, so we'd be in two different jails. Yeah, exactly. The only rules in here are my rules. You're exactly right. Now, obviously, it's not forbidden. And that's what I'm saying, Rod. I mean, that's what, as far as I'm concerned, that's what these chat rooms are about, is discussions, uh, talking about differences of opinions, and um, you know airing airing grievances to a degree. But when it gets to the point where people are, "Hi, mystery, how are you?" But when it gets to where it's just name calling and insults, there's no point to it. Now, if it's constructive and there's actually thought behind conversation, and a point, that's one thing. But if it's just trying to be insulting and name calling, well, go back to third grade. I'm not sure who the frog is, Road. Hey, even the three-legged dog wins a race once in a while. Yep. And there's no point to it. It doesn't solve anything, mystery. And that's my whole point. You know, people get offended by each other's opinions and um, thought process and stuff, and then it turns into an insult match, and that accomplishes absolutely nothing. Now, a good debate, a good argument. Oh, I love it. You know, I think one way, somebody else thinks another. Yeah, let's go. I love that, and I love seeing people do that. But you know, when it turns into name calling and just being insulting, there's no point to it. Oh yeah, I've uh, I've talked to Odin on several occasions. I think he is a very straightforward person. I mean, some of the things he says I don't like, but that doesn't mean they're not true and accurate. It's just I don't always agree with with what's right and accurate. That's just my thing. Second son, if you're talking to me, actually I'm learning. It surprises me. Like I was saying earlier, I mean the amount of people that you know the fight I'm in. Sorry guys, I lost you there for a second. Not sure what happened. Hold on. Sorry, I lost you for a second there. Anybody still there? Uh, I forgot what I was saying. Something's going haywire here. Ah, there we go. Let me look back and see if I can figure out what I was talking about. Oh, second son. Yeah, if you're talking to me about wouldn't believe how many people support me. I'm learning, and it's still, like I said earlier, it's still a shock to me that people that have basically no skin in this fight that I'm in are so supportive and ready to jump in a lot of different ways to help, whether it be with finances or phone calls or moral support. It just amazes me. It's an awesome community that we have. How's your weather down there, Mystery? I know you're down in southern Florida. I think I want to be down there because it's snowing and cold and nasty up here, and I'm getting tired of it. Pugface, yes, I agree with that for sure. The other thing I think is important is uh, legal help. Um, a lot of us, a lot of us need a lot more legal advice and legal assistance than what we can afford. and because we don't have it or can't afford it, or it's not easily accessible, a lot of times we lose battles that we should not be losing because we're fighting with, we're fighting with lawyers, we're fighting with prosecutors, we're fighting with judges, we're fighting with people with criminal degree backgrounds, and for those of us that don't have those, it's we're at a disadvantage even when we're right and what we're doing is right, just because of the educational background and the that type of thing. We're at a severe disadvantage. We can lose an argument just because we don't phrase things properly, or we don't know which paper to fill out, or we don't know when that paper has to be filled out. So I think, the bail, yes, very important, but I think the legal help is a lot more critical issue. Yeah, wobbly. I can see that also. So it's kind of that's one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't. Is there any kind of happy medium? Is there any way to, I just don't know. Yeah, that is cold, Roadhog. I think it's in the. I don't know. I think it's probably in the high 20s here or so, but it's snowing and windy, so it feels a lot worse. Whew. 13 without the wind? Yikes. I'll be right back, guys. Gotta get another cigarette. The ironic part is when I was in jail, I went the 2 weeks without cigarettes, and it wasn't that bad because partially because I wasn't around any cigarette smell or anybody that was smoking and stuff, and I was like, hey, this is my opportunity. When I get out, I'm not gonna smoke. I'm gonna go ahead and see about quitting. Yeah, I made it about 30 steps out the front door of the jail and was lighting a cigarette, so that didn't work. Oh, I missed the temperature down there, Mystery. What is your average temperature down there? lately, the last week or so. News Now Patrick last week either. I was not allowed to use social media last week. Uh-oh. Is it any better, Knuckin? Uh-oh. How's that, guys? Is it getting any better? Can you hear me now? Okay. Is it back? I'm not sure what happened. I didn't move the phone or anything. I'm wondering if, because the first, and I don't know how much of it, but I know on our plan we have unlimited data, and the first part of it's high speed, and then it slows down. So I'm not sure if that's the problem or not, or maybe it's just the weather. I don't know. I knew what you meant, mystery. Oh, I forgot to cut Jack's teeth today. I was supposed to cut his teeth today, and I forgot all about it. I'll have to do that first thing in the morning. He, his top teeth are missing, so they don't grind against each other. He ripped them out when he was a little bunny rabbit throwing a fit, and now I have to use wire cutters and cut the bottom ones down shorter. Otherwise, they just keep growing until they start hitting the roof of his mouth. And usually I do it about every 2 weeks, but it's been about 3 now, so they're getting just a little bit long. And I was going to cut them today, but I forgot all about it. I'll have to write myself a note and get those first thing in the morning. Hello, wonderful life. How are you? In this beautiful early morning. What is it? 1:15? Ooh, Australia. Hey, we were just talking about weather. What's your weather like in Australia? Most of ours is cold and icky, except for Second Son. He says it's beautiful there, but the rest of us are not loving our weather. What's yours like in Australia? Oh, what did I miss, mystery? What was strange? I missed something. I can't wait to see some of Michelle's videos from her Christmas trip. Oh, yeah, I didn't see his comment, mystery. Let me scroll back. Oh, yeah, I'm not sure what that means. No, that would be nice of Merb if he could do that. Um, and actually, another thing I found out is the maximum on my charge is 180 days, and apparently they do like a day for a day here. So on a 180-day sentence, you do 90 days. So and that's I guess with good time. So as long as I as long as I don't start too much trouble when I end up in there, I shouldn't end up with more than 3 months if I end up having to go back. What do you mean, second son? I'm still here. Or did I miss something? That wouldn't surprise me. Oh, yeah. A lot of people don't. A lot of people just saw the last video, the arrest video, and a lot of people don't or haven't seen what led up to that. So they just see the last video and go, oh, well, the dumbass started trouble and got arrested. Well, in that video, yeah, that's kind of what happened. But if you take the other videos that go along with that and watch them in sequence and put them together, you go, oh, wait a minute, now I see. Welcome to my world, mystery. I'm always in the Twilight Zone. Yeah, Jen, I did see Jen um, in the stream that I did the first one when I was letting you guys know that I was out. I did see Jen pop in there. I think she was in there. Sorry, guys. I'm reading chat. I miss when my phone doesn't scroll. I'm looking at a few of them, and then a few end up past it. And when I swipe it up, sometimes it scrolls past 4 or 5 comments. So every once in a while, I have to go back and reread them, and then I fall behind. And yeah, yep, she's snoozing, mystery. She's she's sleeping very well. She hasn't. She says she hasn't been sleeping very well the last couple of weeks because of what's been going on. So she's pretty worn out from all the stress and stuff, and she's she's out cold. She's she's getting some good rest tonight. Yeah, what are you assigned to, Mouse Hunter? Oh, okay. Well, that explains it. Now, do you get like I don't know, 401k or decent health insurance out of that, or is it Pug? I know you were asking Road that question, but my opinion on that one is yes. And if not a legal fund, access to legal information and legal assistance, I think, is one of the most critical things. That's that's a good question, Mystery, and it's also a a uh, a volatile question because as self-proclaimed independent journalists and auditors, how do you have somebody that's in charge, so to speak? Now, wait a minute, Mouse Hunter. How do you know? Were you checking out my future husband's ass recently? I'm not going to put up with that, man. You stay off my. I always see you, Futz. I always see ya. You can't hide from me. I see what you're saying there, Pugface, but on the other side of that coin, and I don't know how it would work, with us, but on the other side of that coin, the unions, the unions and such that the police have, find ways to keep a lot of them that should not be doing their job. So I don't know. I don't know about that. A lot of times the unions, the cops do something wrong or bad or illegal, and the unions find ways to keep them employed and keep them out of trouble. So I don't know. I don't know how that would work. I'll be right back, guys. I got to go get a charger. My battery's going low. I got to plug it in. I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. We're back in business, I think. Yep, back in business. As soon as I figure out how to put this where it's not trying to pull my phone off the table. There we go. Okay, what'd I miss? Yeah, I agree with that, Rose Garden. That's what they do, is try to distract and cloud um, things, distract people from the cause. Whoa, I fell way behind. Hold on a second. Let me get caught up here. Now, a question I have about, okay, say we did somehow organize to where we had lawyers and whatnot. Do is there like, would we have to have different lawyers in every state or area? I mean, is it possible for one or two lawyers to be able to cover legal advice for everybody throughout the entire country? I mean, would one or two people be able to give good useful advice and assistance to people in California and say Indiana or Michigan? Because aren't the laws a lot different and subject to different ordinances, regulations? I'm just wondering how that would work. Would we have to have uh, different lawyers in each state, or different lawyers educated in different aspects of the auditing community, or how would that work? Uh, Mystery. When I talked to her earlier, I heard little voices. So yeah, I do believe she does. Yeah, that's where our problem is, Rose Garden. You get the number of, as many uh, independent thinking and acting people as we have on the same side, and you can never get a large group of them to agree on the same thing. Yep. I agree, Rose Garden. We'll never answer every question and solve every problem, but if there was a way to, to maintain our independent thoughts and actions, but still be able to have um, legal advice and assistance available, I think that would change the game. But if you get to where there's a couple of people saying, this is how it is, this is how it is, this is how it is, I actually think in the long run that it would definitely change the community. I don't know if it would be for the better or worse though, because like I was saying, there's a lot of different types of people involved in this. Everybody's kind of going for the same goal, but everybody has different ways of doing things, different thoughts on how stuff is done, different opinions. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Spell check. I agree, Pug. I agree with that. Exactly, Pug. And I think that would something like that would tremendously help this community. Somewhere that that type of information is, um, well, for one, accurate and correct, and for two, easily accessible. Would help a lot of people. And I'm just thinking of myself. You know, but it would help a lot of people in my same situation. Um, we'd be able to get answers to questions a lot easier, and a lot more accurate answers, so that we could approach what we do, for one, with more confidence, and two, more knowledge. And the confidence comes with the knowledge. Yep, I agree, Rose Garden. Oh, Regan. Oh, I love her. I love watching her videos. She is awesome. Be right back, guys. What you doing? So this is probably kind of one of those duh questions, but what what do you guys think would be the best way and the most effective way to, and I'm going to use just police. I mean, yeah, there's courts, there's all the other entities, but what do you think would be the best and most effective way to get the police, um, for one, better educated? Because a lot of times it seems like they enforce their wills because they don't know the specific laws. But how do you guys think it would be most effective and the best approach to get the police to stop violating people's rights, to respect people's, to respect the people and follow the rules? Any, I know that's kind of a vague thing there, but I'm not. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not really sure how to phrase that. But where are you going, son? Second son? Did I miss something? I'm sure I missed a lot of things, but yeah. That's a good analogy, Pug. Eric is the activist. Eric is amazing. He I can't even think of the words to describe him, but he is amazing. He's extremely well educated. Um, his memory is very impressive to me. That he can remember all the stuff to be able to use it. That's where I have a problem. Is my memory sucks. So even if I, you know, plan on going and doing an audit, and this is what I expect, I read something on it, and then it just kind of floats out the window once I get in the process of doing something until later, and then I go, oh shoot, now I remember I was supposed to so and so. I agree, Nuckin. I absolutely agree. And I mean, maybe how much training do they actually do? How much training do they get in the Constitution? I mean, is it, they read it once or twice, or I mean, is it like uh, exams, right and wrong answers? Do they, I'm not familiar with how they are trained in constitutional law or civil rights. You calling it a night, Roadhog? Oh, smoking the eyeball. You have a good night. Hey, when you get a chance, um, text me that address so I can get those stickers in the mail to you. I know where they are now. If they sit on the table too much longer, they may get mixed up in the the pile of paperwork and stuff. So I want to get them out while I still know where they are. Oh, I was reading. Let me read Rose Gardens. When you figure out how teamwork is, not to go opposite every word, then you might succeed. More than three and more people. The team knowing enough. My best thing. I'm not sure that maybe it's because it's late or something, but I'm not understanding that one. Yeah, I think they gave up on us a while ago, Mystery. I think we weeded them out after an hour or so. They got bored and went away. I don't know that we have any left. Well, actually, we still got 11 people, don't we? Yeah, there might be still one floating around in here somewhere. Probably Nice. He, if anybody, either him or Huff would probably be in here if any of them are. What's up, Chopper? Don't trip on my cord. Yeah, I'm gonna spend tomorrow. I'm way behind on a lot of videos and a lot of information. I'm gonna sit in the chair and go back through the last couple of weeks' videos and see what I can get caught up on. Yes, Pugface. We are. The plan at the moment, because of the cold weather coming, there's a couple of specific camps, campers, homeless people in the camp, I guess is the way to put it, that are, a couple of them have been out there for a while, so they're pretty well set up, but there's a few of them that just have basic tents and stuff. So I've got a couple of tarps, large tarps, and my plan right now is to go over and try to put a little extra insulation on just the thin tents. And what I'm thinking about is, taking the tarps, and I'm going to see if I can get some donations for some old newspapers to use as a type of insulation between the tent and the tarp, and try to just try to add a little bit of extra insulation. And of course, we always try to take a little food on the weekends. During the week, they can go to the window and get food, but on the weekends, the sandwiches and stuff aren't as available. So we are still going to be doing the food and taking some sandwiches and whatnot on the weekends. But right now, we're trying to figure out how we can get a few of the ones that are more basic, a little bit more insulated. If you're talking about me, Turner, yes, I am out. This is me. I got out this morning. I bailed out at about 10 o'clock this morning. If the courts have any say about it, they're going to put me back in. But for now, I'm free. Yeah, that's the plan, Rose Garden. I'm going to be doing some information gathering and making some phone calls throughout this week, and there are several other auditors that are working on travel plans to come to this area and um, basically do more of the there's a fly. The leg work or the confrontational work, and I'm staying out of reach of law enforcement at this point, and I'll be doing a lot of phone tag and research. I'm getting a low battery warning. Oh, there, my dog kind of pushed my plug out. Oh yeah, I know, Pugface. There were people in there with multiple drug felonies that were bonding out for, you know, 500 and such, with two or three felonies facing them, and their bond was half or less than half of what mine was, and they had a lot worse criminal records. So it was kind of shocking that not only did I have a $10,000 bond for a B misdemeanor, but then they added a cash bond on top of it just to add insult to injury. So yeah, I absolutely know they were a little bit harder on me than they were on people with worse records. I'm not sure what's going on here. My charger says it's charging, but I'm getting a low battery blinking. I am, Mystery. I am for now. I've got a lot of, a lot of stuff I have to deal with for me and Kim in our house and our life. That's very critical, and I can't really risk getting locked up again at this point. And I can't afford to get locked up again. So I'm not stopping at all, but I am going to be doing my part from the background. I'm not sure if I'm understanding that, Second Son. Be careful, James. You know. Oh, okay. I'm not sure I understood that either, Second Son. They flipped by. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my charger here. Oh. think the dog unplugged it. I might have to give you guys a different view because I got to shorten the cord. Let's see if this works. There we go. Oh, still saying low battery. Fat dog down. And of course the cat. Let me catch up with chat here for a second, guys. I'm not sure what, I missed something that you guys are talking about there, I think, because I'm not sure. And the charger is not wanting to cooperate. Let's see if that works.
Have you been up all night doing that?
About 2 hours.
So much for going to bed.
Well, I will, sooner or later. Your dog's going nuts. He's got skin allergies, so he's got IBS. He's got itchy butt syndrome. Yeah, I think I missed something. I don't know what happened here. Exactly, Pug. It's very helpful to get multiple. I gotta go plug in a different spot. Something's not working here, but it's very helpful to have all the different information and views. And yes, I take it and figure out what if anything I can get out of it and do with it. But absolutely, I appreciate everybody's advice. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna run out and do exactly what follow exactly what anybody suggests. But yeah, absolutely, all advice is appreciated. You have a good night, Road. I'll when you're not busy with chores sometime tomorrow, give me a call. We'll chat for a while. I missed you today. Kim said after I got out of the shower, Kim said she talked to you for a little bit, but I missed you. Yeah, I really can't. And actually, I don't know for sure. I'm just trying to come up with ideas of what I'm what I'm trying to do, and I have no idea at this point. I've got a couple of thoughts, but as far as implementing anything, I got no plan on how, when, or where. The only thing I know for sure is that I'm not going to be physically, going to the police departments and standing in the parking lots and confronting them physically, at least for a while. I'm going to let things calm down and regroup and let some other people take over for a bit. And I'm going to be in the background doing some research and trying to get a little more education on some of the procedures and that type of thing, so that when this all settles down and I can get more involved again, I'm better educated on what's going on and what I can and can't do. Okay. What is going on? I can't get a charger to work. Oh, I see what the problem is. My phone's getting hot. Yeah, that's what's going on. My phone is, oh, it's been going for 2.5 hours. Wow. I think I'm going to shut this down, and I might have me a little midnight snack, and I think I'm going to crash out and get some sleep. I haven't had a good full 6 or 8 hours sleep in about 2 weeks. It's been a couple hours here, a couple hours there, between slamming doors and people demanding to see bracelets and and all that. So yeah, I'm gonna read this for a second. See what's yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just not working at all. Okay, guys, I'm gonna shut this down for tonight, or for a while today anyway, I guess. I definitely want to call a few people tomorrow. Second, I'm not sure what time, but I've got some things I want to talk to you over the phone about. I've got some information that I'd like to see if you can research and see what you come up with for me, because I'm just not sure how to go about it and get the best information. So maybe either you can research it for me or help lead me in the correct direction. Nuck and Futz, you are awesome. I'm so glad to see you. I don't know if anybody's still there. My phone just died for a second. I'm losing power, so if anybody's still there, I will talk to you tomorrow. Everybody have a wonderful night, and again, thank you all for all your support and help. We couldn't have done it without you, and as much as I hate to say it, I still need a lot more help from a lot of you. So I'm gonna be getting in touch with a lot of you and trying to pick your brains to see what I can figure out to proceed the best way I can and try to end up staying out of jail somehow or another. So again, everybody have a wonderful night. Thank you for being here with me, and you are all awesome.